Every night, Nneka tried different ways to please Chijioke. She would wear seductive clothing and walk around. Once upon a time, in the village of Umoba, there was a man named Chijioke. Chijioke was tall and strong, with a big smile that made everyone happy. But Chijioke had a problem. No woman in the whole village could satisfy him in bed. The village of Umoba was filled with beautiful women. Many of them had heavy backsides that shook when they walked. The women wore colorful clothes that made them look even more beautiful. They were kind and loving. Chijioke decided to get married. He chose a woman named Nneka as his first wife. Nneka was chubby and had a heavy backside that everyone admired. Nneka was very beautiful and well gifted, with a very beautiful body. Everyone thought Chijioke and Nneka would be very happy together. Chijioke and Nneka got married in a big, colorful ceremony. The whole village came to celebrate. There was music, dancing, and lots of delicious food. Chijioke and Nneka smiled and laughed, enjoying their special day. They looked very happy together. After the wedding, Chijioke and Nneka started their life together. Nneka tried very hard to make Chijioke happy in bed. She wore beautiful clothes to please him. But no matter what Nneka did, Chijioke was still not satisfied at night. Nneka felt sad because she loved Chijioke and wanted him to be happy. Every night, Nneka tried different ways to please Chijioke. She would wear seductive clothing and walk around the room. But Chijioke still felt that something was missing. Nneka's heavy backside and her loving nature were not enough to make him happy in bed. Chijioke and Nneka talked about the problem. Nneka asked, "What can I do to satisfy you, Chijioke?" But Chijioke did not have an answer. The women of the village noticed that Chijioke was not happy. They saw that Nneka tried her best, but nothing worked. The women of Umoba, with their beautiful eyes and heavy buttocks, wondered why Chijioke could not be pleased. They whispered among themselves. After many nights of trying and failing, Nneka became very tired and sad. She cried and didn't know what to do. She wanted to satisfy Chijioke in bed, but she couldn't make it happen. Finally, Nneka decided she couldn't stay with Chijioke anymore if he was still not happy. One morning, Nneka talked to Chijioke. She said, "I love you, Chijioke, but I cannot satisfy you. I have tried everything. Maybe you need to find happiness somewhere else." Chijioke felt very sad, but he understood. He hugged Nneka and thanked her for trying so hard. Nneka left Chijioke and moved back to her parents' house. She felt very sad, but she hoped Chijioke would find the satisfaction he was looking for. The village women felt sorry for Nneka and Chijioke. They didn't understand why Chijioke couldn't be happy, even with a wonderful wife, with a beautiful curvy body like Nneka's. Chijioke realized that maybe he needed to go on a journey to find what would satisfy his urge. So, he decided to have a taste of all the women in the entire village, hoping to find the happiness he was looking for. But little did he know, his journey was just beginning. Chijioke went to see the town crier. The town crier was an important person in the village who told everyone the news. His name was Okeke. Okeke had a loud voice and a big drum that he beat to get everyone's attention. Chijioke said to Okeke, "Please, tell all the women in the village that I will give 2 million naira to anyone who can make me happy in bed." Okeke was surprised. "Are you sure, Chijioke?" he asked. Chijioke nodded and said, "Yes, I am sure. I need to find happiness." Okeke agreed to help. He beat his big drum and called out loudly, "Hear ye, hear ye. Chijioke is offering 2 million naira to any woman who can satisfy him in bed. Come to Chijioke's house if you want to try." The village women heard the news and were very interested. 2 million naira was a lot of money. They thought about how the money could help their families. Many women decided to try and make Chijioke happy in bed. Okeke, the town crier, announced that the challenge would take place in 1 week. The women had 7 days to get ready. They wanted to look their best and try their hardest to satisfy Chijioke in bed. Amara, Ifoma, Izini, and many other women with heavy backsides started to prepare themselves. They wore their most sexy and beautiful clothes and put on their nicest undies. They talked to their friends and asked for advice on what to do to satisfy Chijioke. The women with heavy backsides knew they had to be ready for the challenge. They spent time making their skin soft and clean. They braided their hair in beautiful styles and decorated it. They even went ahead to apply a sweet scent on their body. The village was buzzing with excitement. Everyone was talking about the big challenge. The men in the village cheered for the women and wished them luck. The villagers are excited to see what would happen. On the day of the challenge, the villagers gathered around Chijioke's house. The women were nervous but determined. They lined up, ready to try and make Chijioke happy. Chijioke stood by, hoping that maybe, just maybe, one of them could satisfy his urge and help him find the happiness he was looking for. The sun was shining and the air was filled with hope and anticipation. The challenge was about to begin, and the journey to find Chijioke's happiness was still unfolding. On the day of the challenge, something special happened. The village king and queen decided to come and watch. The king, Obi, was a tall man with a kind face. He wore a crown made of gold and colorful robes. The queen, Daisy, was beautiful and graceful. She wore a sparkling dress and a necklace that shone in the sun. The village people were very excited to see the king and queen. They all gathered around Chijioke's house to watch the challenge. The king and queen sat on special chairs that were decorated with flowers. They smiled and waved at everyone. King Obi spoke in a loud, clear voice. "We are here to see if anyone can satisfy Chijioke in bed and make him happy. This is a big challenge and we are very proud of the women who are trying their best." Queen Daisy added, "We hope that today Chijioke will find what he is looking for. We believe in the strength and beauty of our village women." The women with heavy backsides lined up, ready to try and make Chijioke happy. They had spent the whole week preparing, and now They were ready to do their best. The village people cheered and clapped, showing their support. Just then, the king's daughter, Princess Chiamaka, stepped forward. She was very beautiful with a gentle smile. She looked at her father, the king, and said, "Father, may I also try to help Chijioke? I want to be part of this challenge." The king was surprised